Ladies and gentlemen, Norm Stultz!
I'm drinking water. That's all I drink. I do some routines about getting liquored up. I've been on tour for over 40 years, and I don't know if you know any professional entertainers. An amazing business. Everything's free. Hotels are paid for. All the food you want is free. All the liquor you want is free. And I'll be honest, as a young man, I'm going to be honest for a second. As a young man, I found out free alcohol is delicious. Free alcohol is difficult to turn down. Norm, you want another shot of Jack? Nope. I've been thinking a lot about alcoholism, and I made a decision. What was the question? Do you want another shot of Jack? No, listen, I'm toasted. I know when to say when. I'm putting my feet down, and there's nothing you can say that's going to get me drinking any more alcohol tonight. It's free. Give me that fucker. Because once you pay for the alcohol, you have to drink the alcohol. Like if you go to a wedding, we had a family wedding, we got like $500 in the thing, and have you been to a wedding lately? They have cages. If you see these little stupid birds, you have to put your card in the cage. Like when we were young, they had a cigar box. And you could put your money in there, and then you'd go to the buffet, and if the buffet was shitty, you could swing around and go, I'm taking some of my fucking money back, remember? Be honest, how many people from the church to the reception went like this? You know, take $50 out of that fucking card, I don't like it. But once you get there, and I got $500 tied up, I get to the buffet, and it's got shitty little cheese curds and little crappy sandwiches. I snap, I'm getting drunk tonight. Oh, you said you wouldn't drink, honey. I'm not drinking, I'm getting fucked up. There's a difference. I'm gonna show you the difference. You better not drink. I'm telling you what, I'm not drinking cheap shit. There's gonna be Crown Royal coming out of my nose at 4 o'clock in the morning. You better stop and think, mister. You better stop and think. If you drink any alcohol, we are not going to have sex. Well, I'm going to have whiskey dick anyhow. It's not going to work. Slapping a wet noodle down there, baby. Yeah, me and alcohol, we made some bad decisions. One morning, I got home at 5:30 in the morning, super drunk. Super drunk. Now, I wasn't driving. I never drove drunk. I was working at the casino in Detroit. Jerry has a service, and he drove me to my house. He actually helped me in my house. I'm sleeping in my bed. It's important. I'm sleeping, because sometimes my beautiful wife, Sharon, will accuse me of things like, you passed out. I didn't pass out. I'm telling you right now, you passed out. You invite people over here, and you just pass out. You drink so goddamn, you pass out. Now, I'm thinking, well, first of all, you can't carry me. Okay, and I was in bed, so I went to sleep. I went to bed. I'm calling bullshit. You know, I didn't say that out loud or nothing. By applause, how many people have ever passed out? Anybody ever drink alcohol till they stop? Yeah. How many of you seen one of your friends that's already passed out, but he has not fallen down yet? You know this guy? And because he's a good friend, what are we doing? Place your bets. Where's he dropping? Give me $20 on the coffee table. There you go. My wife and I now have an agreement. If I'm drinking any alcohol at all, and I find a piece of furniture, if I make it to a piece of furniture, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. Now, it could be the lounge furniture outside, of course, a couch is here, but if I am in bed, I'm sleeping. Now, granted, if I'm face down in the driveway, I pass out. But this particular morning, 5:30 in the morning, I'm sleeping in my bed, my beautiful wife, Sharon, woke me up. And I don't know if you have a partner that loves you like my wife loves me. I thought it was cute. I'll never forget. She went like this. Get up! Get up! Get up! I look up, she starts screaming. I told you not to go to bed! So I turned her off. I looked up drunk. I thought she was Joe Cocker. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk down? Help me. Told you not. I'm not going to help you, dumb shit. Get up right now. We got to drive 4 hours. We're going to a wrestling meet. Get up right now. We're not a wrestling meet. Anybody ever been to a wrestling meet? Oh, No, you put a couple thousand crazy parents and a few hundred kids on, whistles are blowing, people are screaming. I sat on the bleachers so long, so my butt fell, both cheeks, but I don't know, they came up with the term numbnuts. I don't know if you know this. I'm completely frozen. They were screaming, and my body, out-of-body experience, my body just started walking away from the shit. Climbed up to the top of the bleachers. You ever go to a top bleacher where you put your head against a brick wall on the back and just, like a giant ice cube, just and this little old lady jumped up. Get him, Johnny, get him! So it was a kind of a reflex. I kind of like, shut the fuck, back of the neck, like, shut the fuck. She starts, yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard the sound of an elderly woman going down aluminum steps, but that shit echoes, I found out. She started screaming, just drawing attention to herself. It was pretty bad. I mean, her hair went one way, her teeth went the other. My wife was so pissed off at me that day, because that's the second time I did that. To her mom, and I knew. I knew right then I better stop drinking. I tried a couple different methods of quitting alcohol. First, I tried religion. I don't want to offend anybody's religious beliefs, but one night I got God drunk. Anybody ever been God drunk? You get so drunk you don't talk to a minister, a priest, rabbi, a therapist. You go right to God himself. This is God drunk. Oh God. Oh Jesus God. Oh shit. Jesus shit. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Jesus. Hey God. Hey, listen, God. I am never drinking again, God. I'm not shitting you this time, big guy. Listen, God, if you can make this just a migraine and not an aneurysm, we got a deal. That didn't work. Then I was in Oklahoma City. There was an ad in the paper for a hypnotist. A professional hypnotist, guaranteed to have you quit drinking if you want to quit drinking. Quit smoking if you want to quit smoking. Lose weight. If you're a nymphomaniac, and make you not want to have sex anymore. And my wife took that fucking course, apparently. I'm kidding, my wife never took a course to not want to have sex with me. That shit came natural over the years. Listen, I'm not kidding. I kid my wife about this. My wife tours with me. She's here tonight, and I'm still getting laid once a month, and I am not fucking up April already for you people. It's only the 25th. Oh, I see some young guys going, oh, poor old man only has sex once a month. I'm good with once a month. For a while, I got stuck on the water bill plan. You know the water bill plan? Every 3 months, the water bill would come, and so would I. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. When we were young, my wife and I used to argue about stuff all the time. I know what the problem is. We got in arguments, and I know why. Because men think we know when we're going to have sex. That's what causes the trouble in the world. Men think we see women know when we're going to have sex. Guys, it's just like going bowling. They own the lanes. They're either open or they're closed. You can have your shoes shined up and your balls ready to go, but if she's not open, you ain't bowling, fucker. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not a fair system. It's not a fair system. Females, I've watched all these beautiful people come into a beautiful theater, and all the women, any female here that decided she wanted to be intimate, how difficult is it for a female to find a partner? It's all a negotiation they need. Now, men, on the other hand, we know that we have to do enough things right in the right order. Then if you get enough points, then pussy is like a Scooby snack. And if you make any mistakes during the whole day, you have to pay a pussy penalty. Every man in here has paid a pussy penalty, whether you know it or not. Men, we can't help it. It's DNA driven. It's everything. Every man wakes up with the same prayer. God, grant me the serenity to do enough things right so I don't mess up and I can get laid tonight. Don't let me say anything stupid. Don't let me say anything. In fact, don't let me say anything till I'm inside her later on tonight. That'll be good. If she comes out with a brand new outfit, even if the tags are on it, just think that she got it last year at Kohl's for 40% off with $3 and bullshit. It's not fair. It's not a fair system. Every man gets up in the morning, we roll the dice in the world. We go out and try to do enough good so when we come back at night, we can get some satisfaction. We roll it. It's like playing Monopoly, but we'll call it Pooteropoly. Now this is where you roll the dice and you move your winky closer to the Wonka. And things are going pretty good. You got a hotel lined up. She got a lot of cash on hand. You own 2 railroads. This shit should be easy. You roll double sixes thinking, I am going to make it. Oh, wait. Then you land on a pussy chance card. Uh-oh. Someone has left the toilet seat up. No pussy, go to jail. It's not a fair system. It's not a fair system. My wife and I, we got in an argument one time so bad I was just screaming at her. I was so drunk and stupid that my family came up, my parents came up and they go, hey, you better go see your marriage counselor. You better go right now. Or you're gonna. So I went to couples. I don't know if you've ever been to couple counseling. I didn't stay long. I'm gonna be honest. We signed up for 6 sessions and I only stayed for the first 3 minutes of the first fucking session. I was out of it. We went straight from the therapist, straight to our lawyers, straight to the lawyers. Not to get a divorce. My wife and I have been married 52 years, so I want you to know you can get married and you can stay happy. Yes, you can. You can do it. Now, there's a lot of drugs and a ton of money involved in that deal. Okay? But in all the years we've been married, we never talk about divorce. Divorce is not something we never once mentioned the word divorce. Right? Now, murder. We talked about that shit a lot. I used to have pretty vivid dreams how I could take her out, just... She'd go all Matrix on me. Mom just fell into the Grand Canyon. Wait. Sad face. As soon as I did that, I realized I made a huge mistake. This is my partner in life. Not only that, the car keys are in her fucking front pocket. I gotta go down. When we left the lawyer's office, we were there for less than 2 hours. It cost me $9,641.27. Best 10 grand I ever spent in my life. Because when my wife and I walked out of there, we have an agreement. My wife, we make love on special occasions or holidays. That way we're never confused, okay? When they voted in Grandparents' Day, I was like, cha-ching, baby, that's a freak right there. Martin Luther King Day, fuck yes, I have a dream, brother, I do. Being with my wife my whole life, I've seen her grow up. We grew up together. We were kids together, and we grew up to people, and now we're old people. I watched her go through every phase of her life. And before I get into this, I'm going to be honest with you. As a man, I'm glad I'm a boy person. If blood came out of any part of my body, I'd have a GoFundMe page by tomorrow morning. Fucking tomorrow morning! And my wife, because she was a normal female human, every month from 5 to like 18 or 20, 3 or 4 days, she was, we'll just say, irritable. That's all. I'm glad I wasn't going through that. That's bullshit. I had a lot of, but I had a lot of trouble also ever being fucking right at all. Honey, Joe, you don't understand. These are hormones. You think I'm feeling good? You dumbass, my boobs are hurting. I'm cramping like a big dog. You don't understand. These are hormones. I am not being a bitch. I am not being a bitch. I'm thinking you're pretty much being a bitch. Don't tell me we don't have hormones. Men have one hormone, testosterone. Mr. T, testosterone can get a man killed. I remember one day Jack Daniels got together with testosterone and told me that I could slap a cop before he could handcuff me. That was wrong. Remember walking in the mall with my girlfriend. Just something pretty went by. Did you look at her? Well, actually, honey, my dick started it. I just turned my head so I didn't break my neck. One of the nicest things about being older as a man, your testosterone drops. I know it drops because I saw it on TV. I was watching a game the other day, and a guy comes out and looks me right in the eye and he goes, "You might have low T." I'm sitting in my man cave going, "Fuck are you? You don't know me." You might have low T. And then there was music and butterflies and people were taking baths, and then there was a guy out mowing his lawn. I swear to God, he had on shorts, black socks up to here. He was wearing flip-flops and he's smiling like this. I'm thinking he got his dick sucked because nobody likes mowing a lawn that much. Now I got to worry about my testosterone dropping. 25 years ago, I had to worry about ED. Remember when Pfizer sent every man to their doctors 25 years ago when they came out with Viagra for erectile dysfunction? Every man got scared. Now they have sexy women selling Viagra. Okay, next time that ad comes on, the female comes on, don't look at the lead, look over her shoulder. Way in the back, there's the father, the husband, the grandpa. He's there, and he's 87, and he's bald and he's shaking. And I don't know if the drugs are kicking in or he's having a stroke. I don't know, but he's in the back. And then his wife is 37. She's got chestnut hair. She's like, "Hello, boys." Does your winky work like it did when you were 17? I'm thinking, lady, if you lived at my house, my winky would work just fine. They have sexy women selling Viagra. 25 years ago, they didn't have sexy women, did they? They had a football guy. Remember that dick buck just walked into your living room and said, "You got a broke dick, fucker," and that's all he said. That's all he said. We rushed off to the doctors. He's taking all the samples. He comes in. He goes, "Norm, you don't have erectile dysfunction." I said, "Jim, I didn't think I had erectile dysfunction. I'm not worried about ED. I'm afraid I have HPS." He's looking at the chart. He goes, "HPS? What the hell's HPS?" I said, "I think I have homeless penis syndrome. I can still get it up. I just got no place to put it." There's a difference. There's a difference. My wife went through that normal cycles, and then there's a period of grace period between having your monthly crap and then when she goes on to her forever part, there's a little time where you don't have either one of those. And my wife said it was the best fucking 8 days she's ever had in her life. And man, I thought I was having trouble getting shit right during the normal time. In this overtime deal, it's a little different. It's too cold in here. What, babe? It's too cold in here. All right, I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit then. Just turn the heat up a little bit. It's too hot in here. Hey, babe, I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit then. Hey, I'm thinking about turning the heat down a little bit then. What do you think about me thinking about turning the heat down? It's too cold in here. Do you want a hot fudge cold sickle? What the fuck do you want? I don't know what you want. My beautiful wife gave me 3 gifts that are unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. She gave me 3 children. My wife made 3 different children inside of her. She said I helped, but one of them don't look a whole hell of a lot like me. But I love them equally. You gotta love your kids equal, you know. All right, I'm having a little trouble with that Bung Dung Ding Chinese kid over there, you know. He comes out, he's like, "Hello, Dad." I'm thinking, you better be high, you little fucker. My wife gave me 3 children. They grew up to be really nice people. And then they found spouses, and then they made babies, which made me a grandparent. By applause, do we have any grandparents here tonight? Yes. It's the best reason for not being dead, isn't it? It is, not just because we wind up their kids and give them back, which we do, don't we? What time's Mom and Dad picking you up? Dad said they'd probably be here around midnight, but said they're coming straight from the bar. And he said Mom's going to be drinking and dancing, so she's going to be sweaty and ready, and he wants to take her bowling. In that case, man, you're going to need a Red Bull and a Hershey bar. Get up for the game tonight, buddy. You know, it's fun running around the bed going, "Don't hurt Mommy, don't hurt Mommy." Having grandchildren are a blast. But I have a problem. I have one problem. Because I'm a stand-up comic, I've been doing this so long, I have no filter. My mouth and my brain are not connected, you know, and it affects my shit with the grandchildren. You got to be careful, and you know you can't say fuck that much because they start going to preschool and going, you know, fuck this, and then I get a lot of. But my brain and my mouth sometimes get me in trouble. I'm a very passionate human being. You got to picture this. I'm in kind of we're shuffling down the sign. I look up across the room. There's a guy, and we lock eyes, and he starts talking to me, and my brain goes, just leave. You don't care. We don't want to who this guy. And then my passion brain goes, "Oh, Norm, you should just listen for a minute, for God's sakes. Just listen." You know. So I'm listening. And he's talking. I'm, you know, just kind of turn him off. And I'm watching him. All of a sudden, he starts raising his voice, and my brain's going, "He's raising. Some bitch is raising his voice." And then he started pointing at me. And my brain's like, "He's pointing at you." You know. And being from Detroit, my brain went, "Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Fucking shoot him! Shoot him!" I took as much as I could take. Some bitch is standing up and he's bitching at me, he's pointing at me. I just snapped. I go, "Hey, you look like a clown. You got red hair. I know you're fiery, but you look like a clown. You're bald. You look like Bozo. You look like fucking Bozo the clown. You look like some sort of a dipshit communist motherfucker." You know, and looking back, you know, I should have stuck with Your Honor. You know, that was a mistake. Playing with my grandchildren, beautiful grandchildren, and playing with the boys and girls. They play so differently. I'm playing with the boys, you know, and we're playing army guys. We're bombing shit. We got all kinds of testosterone going. All of a sudden, my granddaughter comes over and she takes my hand and she goes, "Bamba." That's what she calls me, Bamba. I already bought her a car. She's 5. 68 Corvette Stingray up on blocks waiting. I don't give a shit. She'll love me forever. But you got a picture. I'm over here with bombs and testosterone. Suddenly I find myself in a tiara and a tutu at a tea party. She pours the tea and I take a good sip. I'm a good grandpa. I take a big old sip, you know. And I don't know if you've ever had a good wine or a good cigar where you get the finish. You know, those little nuttiness, little nuances of flavor. I am definitely picking up just a hint of bubble bath and urine. I look down at my granddaughter, she's beaming. "I made it myself." I'm thinking, no shit, you know. And I hope there is no shit. I don't need the E. coli. I don't know what's. She sat me right next to the teddy bear. She knows I don't like him. Son of a bitch. First of all, what do you say to a stuffed animal? Really? How's your fur hanging? You know, what the fuck? You know? Hey, did they ever find that little blonde girl that broke in and ate all your food and fucked up your furniture? Did they ever get her? And the bear gave me the paw. And I know what that means in teddy bear. Hit him. Drilled him, man. Knocked him right out of his chair. I'm 72 years old with stage 4 cancer, but you give me a 12 to 18 ounce teddy bear and I will beat his ass almost every time. Sucker punched him right under that stupid chin. He went flying, man. And then immediately my granddaughter started to cry. Not the real cry, that pre-cry, the lip, you know, this one. Thinking, oh shit. Because when that lip goes, guys, that's a rattlesnake rattling her shit. That means you're gonna die, fucker, if you don't fix this, okay? Listen, I'm sorry. I was talking to the teddy bear, and he said he was so hot that if he didn't go for a flight, he was gonna burst into flames. So I saved his life. Grandma? Look, we don't need to tell Grandma. Listen, just me and you, tomorrow we're gonna get a brand new teddy bear. How's that? Grandma? Look, we're gonna get 3, look at me, 3 teddy bears. We're gonna get, Grandma, you know that place where you build your own bear? They're $1,000 a piece, you get 5 of them fuckers, okay? Grandma, listen, there's a holiday coming, there's shit you don't understand. Granddaughter jumps up, runs behind me, knocks all the shit guy the boys are playing with. All 4 kids are screaming, Grandma! 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 From way up in the kitchen I heard this, "You're not getting laid for Christmas?" I don't care, New Year's Eve's only 1 week away. Now I have a beautiful wife who collects things. Do you collect things, ma'am? Let me just ask you real quick. How about you? Nothing? My wife has two. I don't even know if the first one's a collection. Okay, it's any man here have a pillow on his bed that he is not allowed to touch under any circumstances? No, I can't tell you. My wife told me that if somebody breaks into our house, they're going to shoot me in the head and it's going to use a pillow to cover it. If I've got that pillow, I got to go, no, don't use that one. Just shoot me with this fucker, okay? I got to change it. My wife and I are very blessed. We have a couple of homes. We have 8 bedrooms. Some of them have more than one bed, but every bed has a minimum of 9 pillows on the bed. A friend of mine, comic friend of mine from New York, looked at my house. He goes, "That's a lot of fucking pillows." I know. She likes pillows. Well, if she dies first, are you going to just give them to the Goodwill? I said, no. I'm not going to give. My God, I'm not just going to give them to the. I plan to take them to the funeral, and when people leave, I'm going, "Hey, thanks for coming. Here's your fucking pillow. Get out! Pillow." Then she collects these she's got these beautiful little things called precious moments. Have you ever heard of a precious moment? Oh my God, they're darling little dolls about this high, and they got blonde hair and little teardrop blue eyes, and they have cute sayings like, I love you so much, you're my sister, I'll probably never blow your husband. You know, those little things they put on there? And they're just $350. My wife goes, "Look, Norm, it's just $350. What do you think?" I think $350 is a car payment, bitch. Are you nuts? I'm not buying a car. Last Christmas, my wife and I and 18 friends were driving around the casinos. I'm working at casinos. My wife decides she wants all her friends to tell all her friends a place she found in Michigan called Frankenmuth. Anybody ever been to Frankenmuth, Michigan? Okay. Then you people know that it is the actual knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone capital fucking world. And it's 82 miles away. 82 miles away. My wife tricked me because she knows I'm stupid. She goes, "Norm, we should go to Frankenmuth. It's a German village, and all the women wear lederhosen." They wear lederhosen, which I thought was German for crotchless. It's not. We got to my wife's favorite store. It's about the size of this beautiful stage. If you can picture 20 people I know up here, 10 people I don't know, 3 kids I don't like, and a little dog in the corner. I walk in for the first time in weeks, she gets orgasmic. Oh, look at this picture, mama, look at that picture, mama, look at this picture, mama. Men, you know what I'm doing, the only thing any man can do under this kind of pressure. I'm using what's called the Universal Male Smiley Ventriloquism Act. Men, have you ever had to do this? You're not getting any of that shit, I'll tell you, all right? Because they're $300 fucking. You're not getting $300 fucking. You can suck my dick right here. You're not getting those little dollars. Now here's what complicated my day at Frankenmuth, because everybody was hungry. They all voted, and they voted on Chinese food. No, I don't like Chinese food personally. I don't have anything against the Chinese people. I was in Kansas, and Twitter blew up, and people got mad at me because I said I love the Chinese little lead toys they send over and shit. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But I don't like their food. You ever been to a real Chinese restaurant? Are you all done? Okay, I will take this from you. I bring you a check right back in just a couple minutes. Okay, this is all set for you, just fresh out of the kitchen. Go ahead. So I'm looking at the menu. Some nai he, some ho hu, some cat, no. They got dipping sauce. I know they're fucking fur balls. I'm not eating dip. I don't give a shit. I slam the menu shut. Back the menu says soup. I'm thinking, Norm, soup. What can the Chinese people possibly do to soup? I ordered a bowl, not a cup, a large bowl of one dung dick drop soup. Don't get it. Don't get the dick drop soup. The waiter brought it over. It was a hot soup, and it had white shit on top. He goes, "Oh, that's a very tasty." I go, "Well, she don't swallow it. I'm not fucking eating it. I know that for a fact." Now I'm driving up I-75. I'm pissed and I'm starving. Everybody else in my van is full of that MSG, that Chinese cocaine shit they put in their food. They're bouncing around like they're made out of silly putty, and they sound like the chipmunks. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I want to slam on the brake, throw your ass to the windshield. What do I want to do? I'm starving. I see a sign up ahead for the fastest food in the world. Don't know if you've ever heard it. Don't know if you've tried it. Not even sure it's food. The place is simply called White Castle. Little tiny slider. I zoom in because I'm just ordering from myself. I only ordered 20 of the double cheeseburgers. I pounded those down. I knocked it back with 6 beers and 5 shots of Jack because it was Christmas. Now, 42 minutes after eating White Castle, Budweiser, and Jack Daniels, I'm in a little small store in Frankenmuth. 20 people I know, 10 people I don't know, 3 kids I don't like, little one in the corner. First few minutes I felt fine. I broke out into a full-body, cold, clammy sweat, and I thought, dear God, please let this just be a heart attack and not a fart happening right now. Because I know if I drop dead from a heart attack, my wife's going to feel pretty bad for quite a while. But I'll tell you what, boys, if I float any kind of a biscuit, and instead of be stored in front of her friends, I'm not going to need my bowling shoes for a long time. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to stifle this gas right here. So I did the first thing all men are trained to do. I did the Marine maneuver. Ladies, are you familiar with the Marine maneuver? You ever seen your man suddenly, for no reason, just snap to attention and lock everything up? Honey, come here. I'm not moving. I want you to see this. I can see it, sweetheart. It's pretty. You should buy it. Okay? It's behind you, asshole. I'm looking in the mirror, bitch. Leave me alone for a second. Your body becomes a defense system. Left brain, this is the sphincter. We are shut down. We're up to 9,700 PSI. If this sucker goes, we will be blowing shit off the bottom 3 shelves back there. I'm in excruciating pain. My wife's oblivious. Look at this picture, Mom. Look at this. I'm thinking if this fart goes, you will have a precious moment you ain't never going to forget. I'm in excruciating pain. Then I got that Wednesday feeling, that hump day feeling, that I'm going to make it feeling. And something broke loose over here. Started cutting across my stomach, and I thought to myself, Houston, we have a problem. At that moment, I realized that the combination of Budweiser, Jack Daniels, and White Castle is the exact same formula as fucking Drano. I got a chemical reaction going on in my stomach that Bill Nye the Science Guy wouldn't be able to figure out. Both of the dudes from Mythbusters jumped from behind a curtain and said, "You're gonna die, fucker." I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna have to do something, and I realized I'm gonna have to use the SSM, the step spread maneuver. Ladies, if you're not familiar with this is where a man will pretend to reach for something. He'll take a sideways step with an attempt to spread the cheeks of his ass like a sumo wrestler. Because every man sitting here tonight knows you get your cheeks far enough apart, you can get a fart out with no noise whatsoever. Every man knows it. Every man also knows you get that fart out with no noise, you can blame the stink on that little fucking dog I was talking about earlier. A couple things I want you to know before I get out of here. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. I want to let you know that I've always been a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer. Most of my dreams didn't come true, but I'm glad I had it. My dream in professional comedy 4 decades ago was to be able to take an audience of any size out of their life, whether you're having a good day or a bad day, where you're grieving or partying, didn't matter. Take you out of your life and bring you into mine, dick around for an hour and set you back down. Now, I don't know what I did for you guys, but what you've done for me is you made another one of my fucking dreams come true. Thank you very much for coming.
Norm Stultz, ladies and gentlemen.